In the heart of Bavaria, surrounded by dense woods and miles of farmland, stood Hinterkaifeck, an isolated farmhouse that would become the site of one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in history. The year was 1922, and the Gruber family, Andreas, his wife Cecilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, and her 2 children, lived quietly on the secluded property. But something strange began happening in the days leading up to the murders. Andreas discovered footprints in the snow leading toward the farmhouse, yet none leading away. The family heard unsettling noises coming from the attic at night, creaking, shuffling, as if someone was pacing above them. When Andreas searched, he found nothing. Despite these ominous signs, life went on. But on the evening of March 31st, everything changed. 6 members of the household, including the family's maid who had just started working that day, were brutally murdered with a pickaxe. The bodies were dragged into the barn and carefully covered with hay. What's most disturbing, though, is what the killer did after the murders. For several days, the murderer stayed in the house. Neighbors reported seeing smoke rising from the chimney and the livestock being fed. Investigators later found meals eaten from the family's pantry. Whoever had committed this unspeakable crime was not in a hurry to leave. Even more baffling, there were no signs of forced entry. The house was locked from the inside, suggesting that the killer had been living in the farmhouse all along, likely hiding in the attic and watching the family's every move. Police launched an extensive investigation, interviewing neighbors, ex-lovers, and anyone with a possible motive. Theories ranged from a family dispute to revenge, and even supernatural explanations. Despite these efforts, no one was ever charged. The case went cold, and the murderer disappeared as mysteriously as they arrived. To this day, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most infamous mysteries. The farmhouse has long since been demolished, but locals still whisper about it. Some claim to hear faint sounds in the woods where it once stood, footsteps, whispers, and the distant cry of a child. Hinterkaifeck is more than an unsolved crime. It's a reminder that sometimes, the real horrors in life are the ones that lurk in silence, watching, waiting, and leaving no trace behind.